Good morning, students. Again, I welcome you for the new topic in the fifth unit about the concept called data mining. And we will be seeing today about the softwares. So, which are all the areas we require in our hospital sector? What are all the things we look for related to that customer's point of view? What are all the softwares are needed? How it will be useful to us when you are implementing in any service industries that we will be seeing today. And already, even though you have seen one topic data mining previously, today on two or three points which I could not tell in the previous videos, I will be telling now. So we'll go to the topic data mining. So it is semi-automatically analyzing large databases actually. This data mining concept where it is not fully automatically, it is a process of semi-automatically analyzing large databases to find the different patterns that are actually we can talk about whether it is valid or not. So whether we can store new data with certainty, so whether we can check that possibility is there or not. So we can hold a new data with some, so we can hold it, whether we can find out whether it is having certainty to our organization or not. We can easily check. That is the main thing. And novel, it is a non-obvious to the system where you cannot sometimes predict whether it will be useful for the organization or not. And then it should be every time it should be user friendly, so it should be possible to act on each and every item where customer is looking into. That is the main thing actually, you should find it out. Or else no, you cannot many, not only in this particular sector, even which are all the products we are using, day-to-day products, if it is very much user friendly, it will be quickly reaching to the customers. So customers will be happy when it is user friendly. That is what here should be possible to act on each and every items actually, or else it will be very difficult. So if it is very much complicated, no, many customers will be switching over to uh, new places or new services where they find convenient, and it should be also in an understandable manner where they can interpret the each and every pattern. So either the employees or the customers, whoever is looking into that, no, it should be in understandable, it should be in understandable manner, and why it should be, no, to interpret the data. So whenever they are saying we should interpret. So what is it they are coming to tell here? According to that only we can decide. So what is the next step we can do and all. And also it is called as knowledge discovery in database. Data mining, it is also, we can tell it as knowledge discoveries in databases and all. And what are all the characteristics of data mining system? No, you can have large quantities of data in that. That is the main advantage. And it is an incomplete data, inexact data is the characteristics of all data collection. Noisy means every time it sometimes showing some disturbances by giving some unwanted data and all. Inexact data sometimes will be having that it is, so we are telling it is a noisy. In the first point, no, you can talk about large quantities. So the volume of data is so great and it has to be analyzed on automated techniques. So whether given here also credit card transactions, satellite information and all, it is a large quantities of data and a complex data structure. Okay, so you cannot have any conventional statistical analysis. It is not possible here. So that is a major disadvantage for data mining. So whenever if you want to interpret some statistical related information, it is not possible. And you can also have different types of data can be stored. That is what here we call as heterogeneous, different sets of data. So heterogeneous means different. Okay, so different set of data we can be stored in the legacy systems. Okay, that is a major the major advantage. First and last point. So what are all the tools here? There are three tools here. One is traditional data mining and dashboards and text mining. What is traditional data mining? So the mining programs that help companies to establish the data patterns and trends by using a number of complex algorithms and techniques where you can have this traditional data mining. We can have it will be helping the companies to establish different data patterns and trends and the ways by which the using a number of complex algorithms and techniques, different algorithms they'll be using to each and every data whatever we are storing in the systems actually, and dashboards, no, it will be installed in the computers to monitor information in a database, and dashboards also, and it will be reflecting what are all the data changes and updates on the screen. So often it will be showing like in the form of a chart or a table, enabling the user to see how the business is performing. So you can see very best example whenever you are seeing uh, any share market trends or not. So this is a best example where it will be showing in charts and tables how far the company is performing for the past 1 week or past 3 days. It will be showing in different charts or tables the positive trend or negative trend, whichever the way it will be easily showing in dashboards concept and all. And the third type, no, text mining tools. It is called actually also called uh, because why it is so called, because it is the ability to mine data from different kinds of text and from different areas. No, it can be sharing the data, so where you can store either from Microsoft or PDF format or in any other format. No, you can easily store, and this also mm, these tools also know they scan content and convert to the select data whatever in the format it is needed. No, it will be taking according to whatever you are feeding, and it will be uh, taking what actually it needed. That is what here we are coming to tell. So even if you are sending in Word format or any PDF format or PPT, so it will be accepting it and it will be changing according to its what are all the data are needed. It will be using according to that particular changes, and it will be taking. So it only we are calling as text mining. So whatever the customer want, it will be showing according to their need, according to the convenient way of accessing data. So uh, I don't know how many of them are using net banking or not. When you want your 6 months uh, salary statement or a 6 months transaction details, so if you go to bank, no, for each and every page they'll be charging. So for one page they'll be charging 20 rupees. So if you are doing like that, it will be a costly one. But if you're having net banking, no, if you go to net banking, it will be asking which format you want, Word format or PDF format or any other format, two or three formats they'll be giving. So see, these are all the options given. These are all the very best example for data text mining and all. And techniques of data mining. There are three again here: artificial neural networks, then decision trees, and nearest neighbor method. So these are all some things in the fifth unit they will be talking about mostly something related to system oriented. So it only we are talking previously and all everything it was related to service. but this one it is related to technical oriented terms, so please try to understand. So here artificial neural networks, uh, data first technique, artificial neural networks. This is used to solve a wide variety of tasks that are hard to solve using ordinary rule-based program. So if anything is totally different, no. So if anything if it is coming like this technique they'll be using in this for the artificial neural networks. It will be taking into account, and it will be either included into computer vision and speech recognition also. So it will be if in simple language, if you want to tell, is if anything is uh, different concepts, it is coming into different data are coming into system. So they'll be taking into whatever the format it want, and it will be giving in uh, according to the customer need. That is including either in speech format or computer vision format also. It will be taking into account. That is what artificial neural networks are. And decision trees. So wherever these decisions generate rules which are then used to classify data. So we can select which are all the areas. So even you can tell, no, say for example, how for decision, why we are talking about decision trees here, because having different branches about the details of the customers, and we can easily find out which customer is frequently visiting or purchasing the product. For now, best example you can see, um, this online sites, no, they'll be always having your data, and if your purchase is frequent, they'll be giving weightage for the customers and all. That is what here concept is called as decision trees. So where we can use for cost effective marketing strategy. Okay, so we can find out that is what here, why cost effective marketing strategy, no, it will be based on the assigned value of customer, such as profits and all. So each and every customer will be valued according to their buying patterns. How many times they are buying patterns means how many times they are purchasing in a month from our place. So that and all, it is very much very big decision trees and all. So we can classify each and every different branches will be there, and if you want to extract data, if a customer is buying monthly 10 times, no, we can take only that particular data about that customer. Why we are having these sorts of format and all? Because it is actually uh, to find out the customer patterns actually. For that only we are, that is what, no, we easily find effective marketing strategies, these are all. And next one is talking about nearest neighbor method. So it will be this will be classified according to the data sets, records based on similar data in historical sheet. So whichever data are nearby, so if it is somewhat similar, no, each and every data will be taken. So what is the reason? Because why we are needed, no? So auditors sometimes use this approach to define a document that is interesting to them, and if it is somewhat similar, no, that data, so now it will be giving to the auditors. So somewhat close. That is what. So only we are talking here about nearest neighbor method. If some data are similar, so we can extract that data from them. That is what here we are calling it as nearest neighbor method and all. And next topic is what are the importance, that is significance of data mining. So wherever, why we are using this technology means because every time one word will be coming in service sector or business sector. So competitive world. So every all sort of business have huge competition. So if competition existing, we are going for this technology. And the technology means here every time we are talking about data. So employee data, either customer data, sales data, any analysis reports, everything if you want to have. No? So this data mining will be very much helpful for the organization. So everything is like that only. So why we are going is because competitive world. So and we can also predict a detection of beneficial patterns. So we can also find out the minimizing risks or increasing in what ways we can go for return on investments and what are all the problems and goals, and clear understanding will be there. So in this data mining we can, because now we are everything is there in the database or data mining concepts, and we can predict very easily. So this one is every time we'll be talking about call centers. So call centers where we know we people talk no BPOs and KPOs also. So telephone service facilities they used to set up to handle large number of both inbound and outbound calls, where many companies want to give service to their customers or clients, and these sorts of companies, no, they actually outsource to different company, and they'll tell all the details and give the details to that particular company, and they will be handling the services for the customers. That is what here we are call centers they use mostly. They are now you people sometimes people are telling we are working for US based clients, Canada based clients, UK based clients and all. So it will be mostly it will be handled only by the call centers and not by the manufacturers. So if any person is calling from uh, abroad, even now in India also it is happening. Most of the service sectors they adopt for only call centers. Only few companies they give a response. Small companies they give response from their own side. Apart from that, majority of the companies they go only for call centers. Best example, whichever the phone services you are enjoying, it is only uh, through call centers only. The customer service and all it is being answered, and the multimedia. So it will be allowing customers to choose the contact method, which method customers want, either by phone or mail or SMS, fax and all. It is now it is not, most customers are not preferring, or you can go for a chat or web related information if you want to provide, and it provides an overall improved customer experience if you are giving this multimedia contact centers. So apart from fax, everything is there actually now. So the customers they can choose. If the customer is not don't know about of email, chat or web, no, you can go for SMS option. That are there are, or you can communicate through phone or mobile, whichever it is. And this is very big advantage for service sectors to tell about the views of the customers, and then what are all the in which are all the ways the softwares or we look for our set of industries, no. So to see customer needs, according to that also we can choose what are all the customer is looking for. Then we can also have details of the customer. Then grouping of customer. Why grouping of customer? Because this is very big marketing strategy. So which customer is coming regular or regular visit to our company or our organization. So according to that, we can easily group, or we can also group according to the nature of diseases also that we can do. Which specialist is having a large number of customers? Sorry, which doctors who is having large number of specialists? So according to that, we can group. Then we can also acquire new customers based on our the present database, showing that this is our plus in our organization. Then very big advantages in this latest technology is cost effective and handy details. Everything it will be in your hands. So where you no need to go and search. You people are really gifted sitting at your home and you can get any information in your hand itself if you know how to handle the latest technology. That is a major thing. Word, please underline the word. The latest technology, if you're able to handle it, you can get all the information in your hands itself. And why we are doing these sorts of technology and other things, why we are talking, because satisfaction of customers. So you can see whenever you are purchasing anything in online, no, there will be rating and all. You can go and click that rating if you are satisfied, and if you are not satisfied, click that rating also. And you can have very big customer loyalty also. That is also there. You should find according to this things you can find out the softwares whichever the company is looking for. And one more slide, web forms. So it is called as now internet protocol telephone. It supports, now we are giving voice communication over the internet, obviating the need of telephone network. So why we are going this technique? Because where we can have a full integration of voice and textual data. So including there are companies 3Com, Cisco and Mittel are experimenting with IP telephonic system that can be applied to CRM also. Now these three companies are still two or three companies still more they are trying how much we can satisfy our customers through other modes also. That is what talking about IP telephony system. So where if you are giving through web phones, no, so sometimes if you are telling the problems, now you are telling the problems mostly in customer care only through this particular method, web phones. And you tell if you know technically whatever you are calling and telling that will not be coming through web phones or not. So if you go technically inside that one, you can tell about where your voice and textual data also it will be there at the same time. So that is the major advantage of web phones. So I think we have completed the uh, syllabus, students. Again Monday, sorry, Saturday class, that 1 hour class we will discuss any topic whichever is left over. And Saturday, I expect any one of you to come with any syllabus is left over in our 5 units. So please check. Thank you, students.